For this project, we're going to use milk cotton yarn. This is a lightweight yarn, and I'll use it in white and in army green. And then we'll also need a tip measure, pair of scissors, 4.0mm hook, and a darning needle. For this project, I'm making a medium size, but I have all the other sizes listed in the description box below, so you can go check out the free written pattern and work along with this tutorial. So we'll start by making a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 17 for size medium. When you have your 17 chains, you're going to turn and work on the back bumps of these foundation chains. So skip the very first chain from our hook, and on this next chain you want to work on the back bump. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through that chain, and then pull through the loop on your hook. So that's our first slip stitch. We're going to work slip stitch on each of these chains until the end of this round row 1. So insert your hook in the back bump, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and pull through the loop on your hook. After working the last slip stitch, you should have a total of 16 slip stitches. So row 2, which is going to be our repeat row for this neck ribbing, you're going to chain 1, turn work, and then you're going to start on the very first stitch. Remember, this chain does not count as a stitch, so the first stitch will be here. You want to go insert your hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull through, then pull through the loop on your hook. So that's our first slip stitch, and you're going to work slip stitch back loop only on each and every stitch. So repeat that working slip stitch only in the back loops until you reach the very last stitch here. So when you reach the very last stitch, you're also going to work slip stitch back loop only. So insert your hook in the back loop, pull through that stitch, and pull through the loop on your hook. So row 2 is complete, and you're going to repeat row 2 until you have a total of 126 rows. So go ahead and chain 1, turn your work, slip stitch back loop only the first stitch, then repeat that until the end of the row. When you reach the end, you're going to chain 1, turn, and repeat that row pattern until you have 126 rows for the medium size. For other sizes, please check the written pattern. I'll have all the details there, and you can follow along with the video. So I went ahead and finished my 126 rows, and this is how it looks like. I really love the slip stitch because it stretches, so you can see the stretch. And for the next step, you're going to join these two sides together so you can start working on the rounds. At the end of row 126, you're going to join the two sides together, the short rows. So insert your hook in the front loop of this first slip stitch, then go in the back loop of this first row slip stitch, then work a slip stitch. Do that for each stitch, working front loop of this last row and back loop of the first row. After working through to the very last stitch, you're going to chain 1, and then this is the wrong side of our band. So you're going to turn our work to the right side. So you're going to start working by folding these two sides together and then working single crochet along the rows to make our double band. For the first round, you're going to go through the very first slip stitch on this row and then attach it to the next on the opposite side. So you're going to locate where you joined the two stitches together, then work a single crochet. Go in the next stitch on both sides, work another single crochet. Then you're going to skip the next two stitches on both sides, the next one stitch on this side and then the next one stitch on this side. Go to the next stitch, so you're skipping one, insert hook in the next, skip one on this side, insert hook in the next, work a single crochet, then single crochet in the next stitch. Skip one, go in the next, skip one in the back side, go in the next, single crochet, then single crochet the next one, skip the next one, single crochet the next stitch, skip the next stitch at the back, single crochet in the next stitch, then single crochet in the next one. So that will be our pattern repeat for this round one. You're going to work single crochet in the next two slip stitches, working on both ends, and then you're going to skip the next slip stitch row, single crochet in the next two slip stitch rows, skip the next slip stitch row. Or another alternative, if you can't locate the slip stitches, but it's easy to do so, if you can't, you're going to distribute 84 stitches along the round one. So at the end of the round, you should have a total of 84 single crochet stitches. I'll go ahead and do that off camera and then I'll meet you in round two. At the end of round one, you should have a total of 84 stitches. And the next step, you're going to insert your hook in this next stitch as if to slip stitch. But then we're going to pick our second color. And the second color, we're going to yarn it. We pull through that stitch and pull through the loop on your hook. So that's our start of round two. You're going to do round two in color 2. So chain 1 and then you're going to turn our work. So your tail ends should be on the wrong side. This is going to be the wrong side or the inside of our work. And then for round 2, you're going to start by working a single crochet in the very first stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and then double crochet in the next stitch. So yarn over, go in the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, then pull through the last 2, then single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch, double in the next stitch. So you're going to repeat that, working 1 single crochet and 1 followed by 1 double crochet all the way until you reach the end. And at the end you should end with a double crochet because you have an even number of stitches and you are alternating 2 stitches. So the first one is a single, the next one is a double, the last one is going to be a double. So continue repeating that pattern until you reach the end. At the end of the round, I've ended with a double crochet stitch. So you're going to join to the first stitch. So you're going to take your hook behind your yarn and then insert it from the right side. Remember, this is the right side of our work. So you want to insert it from the right side in that last or the first stitch. In that first stitch, like that. And then with your old yarn, above the new yarn that you're going to pick, you're going to grab that new yarn and pull it through that stitch. Then pull this one, and then you're going to chain one. So turn, and then for this next round we're going to mark stitches or places for our armhole and then our main body. So you're going to pick the 13th stitch, the 29th stitch, the 57th and the 71st. So I'll write it down in this screen so that you can see the stitches you need to place your marker on. After placing all your markers, you're going to start in round 2. So the first round here, we'll name it as our foundation round so that we can start counting our round 1 from this new color. So this is going to be round 1, and round 2 you're going to start by double crochet. So chain 2, we already chained 1, so chain another one, then double crochet in the very first stitch. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Then single crochet this next stitch, double crochet the next, then single the next, and repeat this until you reach the stitch before your marker. When you reach that stitch before marker, you're going to remember our last stitch here is a double crochet, so the next stitch is going to be a single crochet, but you're working an increase. So you're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. Then repeat the same in this next stitch, single crochet and a double crochet. Then move your marker to this double crochet above or on the stitch with marker. So remove your marker and replace it in that last stitch, the double crochet stitch. Then continue. The next stitch is going to be a single crochet, then double crochet, and alternate these until you reach the next stitch marker. So we've reached the next stitch before our next marker, and you're going to place an increase of single crochet and double crochet in that stitch before marker, then single crochet and double crochet in that stitch with marker. Then replace your marker to the top double crochet stitch and continue with your pattern. So single crochet the next stitch and double crochet the next. Repeat placing single crochet on top of the previous row double crochet and a double crochet on the previous row single crochet until you reach the next stitch before marker. When you reach the next stitch before marker, we're going to repeat the same pattern, single crochet, double crochet in this next stitch. So work a single crochet and then a double crochet in the same stitch, single crochet, double crochet in the next stitch with marker, then replace marker to the top double crochet stitch, and then repeat the pattern by working a single crochet in the next double crochet stitch, double crochet in the next single crochet stitch. Now you're going to repeat that pattern. When you reach your next marker, that stitch right before the marker is where you're going to place our increase, so single crochet and double crochet in that stitch, then single crochet and double crochet in the stitch with marker, replace your marker to the top double crochet stitch and continue with the pattern until the end of the row of the round, and I'll meet you after you've done your last stitch here. So your last stitch is going to be a single crochet. So after working the single crochet stitch, I'll meet you and then we'll proceed to the next round. At the end of round 2, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the very first stitch, but we're going to grab our second color or our next color. So insert your hook. Remember, this is the right side, so you're going to insert from the right side to the wrong side. Then grab your next color, yarn over, pull through that stitch and pull through the loop on your hook. Then chain 1 and turn. And for round 3, right, this is our round 3, you're going to work a single crochet in the very first stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next, double in the next, and repeat this until you reach the stitch with marker. So you've reached the stitch with marker, and you're going to start our first increase on that double crochet stitch. So insert your hook and work a single crochet, then a double crochet, then single crochet and double crochet the next stitch. And from this round onwards, we're going to place our marker on the single crochet stitch of this last increase. Remember, we have 2 increases: single double first stitch, then single double second stitch. So this second set of increases is where we're going to place our marker on the single crochet stitch. Then continue with your pattern. After double crochet, we're working a single crochet in the next stitch, then double in the next, then single in the next, double, and repeat that to the next stitch with marker. When you reach the next stitch with marker, it's a double crochet stitch, so go in that stitch and work your increase. So single and double, then increase in the next stitch, single and double, then place your marker in the single crochet of this last increase on the single crochet stitch, not the double. Then from here, you're going to continue with your pattern, work your pattern all the way. When you reach the next stitch marker, you're going to start your first increase in that stitch, single crochet and double crochet. Then the next single crochet stitch, you're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet. Then you place your marker on the single crochet stitch above that stitch, the single crochet stitch. And do the same for this next increase, single crochet and double on the stitch with marker, single crochet and double on the next stitch, then place your marker on the single crochet stitch above that single crochet stitch. I hope you get it. And then you continue with the pattern until the end of the round. At the end of round 3, since you're working on the wrong side, you're going to insert your hook from the right to the wrong and then grab our next color. So insert your hook and then you want to yarn over your new color, pull through that stitch, then chain 1 and turn now to the right side of your work. On the next round, you're going to chain 2, add another chain, then start with a double crochet in the very first stitch, then single crochet the next stitch, double in the next, single in the next, and repeat this until you reach your stitch before marker. So do not work in that stitch before marker because that's where we're going to place our first increase. After working to that stitch and then the next stitch before marker, don't work on it because that's where we're going to place our increase. So insert your hook, work a single crochet, then double crochet in the same stitch, Then go to the stitch with marker and work another increase, single crochet and double crochet. Then place your marker on the single crochet stitch above that stitch with marker. Then you're going to repeat your pattern, working a single crochet in the next stitch and a double in the next stitch, alternating between a single and a double all the way to the next stitch before marker. Work your increase in this stitch by placing a single crochet and a double crochet, then single crochet and double crochet in the stitch with marker. Replace your marker to the single crochet stitch above this stitch. Then continue with your pattern to the next marker and repeat the same increase in the stitch before marker, then increase in the stitch with marker, all the way until you reach the last stitch here. So I'll meet you when you're joining our round and then show you around 5. Then you're going to continue with the pattern repeat until you achieve your desired length of the raglan before we shape the body and the sleeves. At the end of round 4, you're going to join it with a slip stitch to the first stitch. So insert your hook in that first stitch, then grab your next color, yarn over, pull through that stitch and the loop on your hook, then chain 1 and turn your work. So this next round we're going to start with a single crochet. A single crochet in the very first stitch, then double crochet in the next single crochet stitch, single crochet the next stitch, double crochet the next stitch, single in the next, and repeat, alternating between a single crochet and double crochet until you reach your stitch before marker. When you reach that stitch before stitch with marker, you're going to work an increase, so single crochet and double crochet in this double crochet stitch, then single crochet and double crochet in the next stitch or the stitch with marker. Then place your marker on that single crochet stitch above and continue with your pattern. So single crochet the next stitch, double crochet the next stitch, single in the next, double in the next. So you're going to repeat that until you reach your next stitch before marker and do the same increase on that stitch before marker and increase in the stitch with marker. Then replace your marker on the single crochet stitch above that last increase. Do the same for the next increase, single crochet and double crochet in the stitch before marker, single crochet and double crochet in the stitch with marker. Then replace your marker on the single crochet stitch. Do the same for the last increase, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. At the end of round 5, you're going to join into the slip stitch by grabbing your next color. So since you're working on the wrong side, you're going to insert your hook from the right side in that next stitch. Then grab the next color and pull through. Then you're going to chain 1 and add another chain, so you'll start with a chain 2. So what you're going to do, you're going to repeat row or round 4 and round 5 until you have a total of 21 rounds, or your raglan measures 9 inches from the start of round 1. So when you have 9 inches in total, we'll meet and then we'll start to shape now the body and the sleeves. So this is how your work looks like so far. Go ahead and then I'll meet you at the end of round 21, or if you have 9 inches. So I went on with my rows or my rounds, and I have a total of 21 rounds from this green color here, and the yoke measures 8 inches. I'm sorry, I say the yoke should measure 9, but it should measure 8 when you're working the medium. And if you're working larger sizes like the extra large and large, it should measure 9 inches. Then you're going to add more as you continue in sizes. So my yoke is 8 inches. And the next step is now to join the body, or to join it at the underarms, and then continue with the main body. So for round 22 you're going to start with the chain 2 and double crochet in the very first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and continue until we reach our marker. When you reach the stitch before marker, it's going to be a single crochet stitch. Then go in that stitch with your marker or the first marker and work a double crochet. Go in that stitch after the marker and work a single crochet. Then you can remove the marker at this point. Go to this opposite side or the second marker, and before we work your stitches on this side, you're going to chain 3 for the underarm. Then insert your hook in that stitch before the marker, single crochet, then double crochet in that next stitch or the second marker. You can now remove the second marker, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and alternate between a single crochet and a double crochet until you reach the third marker. When you reach the marker on this other side, you're going to double crochet in that stitch with the marker, then single crochet in the stitch after marker, remove marker at this point, chain 3 for the underarm, go to this other side or the last marker, stitch before marker, work a single crochet, then double crochet in that stitch with the marker, remove your marker and continue to the last stitch or to the end of the round. So single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and repeat this to the end of the round. When you reach the end of that round, you're going to join it with a slip stitch to the first stitch, but pick the next color and over, pull through all those stitches, then chain 1 and turn your work. So after chaining 1, you're going to go in the same stitch, work a single crochet, then double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet next stitch, and repeat this until you reach the 3 chains that you did at the underarm area. So I've worked all the way to my last stitch, to the chain 3. Since my last stitch is a double crochet and you're alternating between a double and a single, the first stitch or the first stitch in this chain 3 is going to be a single crochet. A single crochet in that first chain, then double crochet in the next chain, and single crochet in the last chain. Continue with your pattern. The next stitch is a single crochet, so you're going to work a double crochet, single crochet next stitch, double crochet next stitch, single in the next, and repeat this to the next chain 3. When you reach the next chain 3, you're going to repeat the same thing that we did in the previous chain 3. So single crochet in the first chain, double crochet in the next chain, and then single crochet in the last chain. Then continue with your pattern by double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double in the next until you reach the end of this round. At the end of the round, you're going to insert your hook from the right side to this other side, and then yarn over your next color and work your slip stitch. Then you can turn and chain one. So we're going to start on the third round of our body. This was our first round, then the second round. So on this third round, you're just going to work a double crochet and a single crochet all the way around. So chain two, double crochet in the very first stitch, then single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and repeat this alternating between a double crochet and a single crochet until you reach the very last stitch, ending your round with a single crochet stitch. So just repeat that round pattern, and then I'll meet you at the very last stitch. When you reach the end of your round, you're going to join the new yarn with a slip stitch, then chain one and turn your work. For this next round, we're going to start with a single crochet. So single crochet in the very first stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, so you're going to repeat working your single crochet in one stitch and double crochet in the next stitch all the way until the end of the round. When you're through with your round, you're going to repeat those last two rounds until you achieve your desired length of the sweater, and I'm going to work until I have 19 inches from the shoulder here. So when I'm done, I'll show you the number of rounds that I did in total, and then we can proceed to the sleeves. So I went ahead and finished my 60 rounds, and my work measures 19 inches. So this is how the back will look like. This is the seam and this is the front. So you want to ensure that your last row or your last round is on this color, the main color, or on the right side. And then when you're through, we'll finish our last round with the same color. So at this point you can just go ahead and cut your second color, but then leave a long tail to weave in the end. So after joining, you're going to chain one. Do not turn you around this time, just go on that side. Then you're going to finish our last round with a reverse single crochet or the crab single crochet. So you're going to go in the previous stitch of that round or the last stitch of your previous round, then insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the two loops, go in the stitch, then work your reverse single crochet. So you're going to work single crochet in the reverse all the way until you reach the very first stitch. Just go in the previous stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the two loops. Now go ahead with the reverse single crochet, and then I'll meet you at the very end of this round. When you reach the end of that last round, you're going to cut your yarn and pull it through. Using your darning needle, you want to weave in that last tail. So go in the very first stitch and insert your last tail, then pull it to close any gap. Then inside your work, you want to weave in your tail. To add the sleeves, you're going to attach our yarn on the second chain or the middle chain on this chain 3 we chained at the underarm. So with your yarn, you're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to use your main color. Remember, our last color on the sleeves was this green, so the next color is going to be white. and then in that middle chain you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through those two to form a standing single crochet, and then in the next chain you're going to work a double crochet. And then you want to go in this green stitch here, the one that we worked our last double or the single crochet with white. So go in that stitch, work a single crochet, then double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double, and you're going to alternate between a single crochet and a double crochet all the way until you reach the end of this side. When you reach the opposite side last stitch of the green color, you're going to go in the last chain at the bottom of the underarm, then work a double crochet, because your previous stitch is a single crochet, double crochet, then join with a slip stitch to this first stitch, but instead of yarning over our white color, you're going to pick this next color, and remember we're working our first round on the right side, so you're going to pull the yarn from the right side to the back. Then chain one and turn your work. So for row 2 or round 2, you're going to start with a double crochet. So chain another one and then double crochet in the very first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, then continue working your double crochet on every single crochet stitch and a single crochet on every double crochet stitch all the way until you reach the end of the round. So I'll meet you at the end of round 2 when you're starting round 3. At the end of round 2, you're going to pick your next color or your previous color from the right side. So this is on the wrong side. You're going to take your yarn at the back and then insert in the first stitch from the wrong side to the right. From the right side to the wrong side, sorry. Then grab your next color, yarn over, pull it through that stitch and the loop on your hook. Then you can pull this yarn to close that gap. Then turn your work to the right side, and round 3 you're going to start by chaining 1, then single crochet in the very first stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, then continue alternating between a single crochet on every double crochet stitch and a double crochet on every single crochet stitch, single on the previous row double and double on the previous row single crochet. So continue with that all the way until the end of the round. Join it with a slip stitch by grabbing the next color, and then I'll meet you in round 4. When you're through with round 3 and you've moved to round 4, we're going to start our decreases at this point. So instead of working a double crochet on the very first stitch, because we had a single on the previous row first stitch, we're going to work a single crochet on the very first stitch. So chain 1 and then go in the same stitch and work a single crochet. Then in this next stitch you're going to work double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, go in the next double crochet stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and instead of yarning over and going through the next stitch, we're going to just go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those last 2 loops. So that's our double crochet 2 together. Then single crochet in the next double crochet stitch, double crochet in the next single crochet stitch, and continue with the pattern all the way until you reach the last 2 stitches. So I'll meet you when you have only 2 stitches to the end of the round. When you have 2 stitches remaining, we're going to work the double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then go in the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, then pull through the last 2 loops, and then join it with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch. Then chain 1 and turn your work. And row 5, you're going to do the repeat pattern for our stitch. So since the first stitch is a single crochet, our previous row is single crochet, you're going to start by working a double crochet in the very first stitch. So let's just start that, then I can show you what to do. So chain 2, we already chained 1, add another chain, then work a double crochet in the very first stitch. The next stitch is a double, so you're going to work a single crochet, then double in the next. So for row 5, you're going to start with a double crochet, then single double all the way, ending with a single crochet. Then you're going to join it with a slip stitch. Row 6, you're going to start with a single crochet, then double, single double. Row 7, you're going to repeat row 5 pattern. Then I'll meet you in row 8 when you're working our second set of decreases. So it will be different from the first decrease on row 4. So continue, and then we'll meet in row 8. So I finished with round 7, and my very first stitch of the last round is the double crochet. So round 8, you're also doing another decrease, so chain 2, and instead of starting with a single crochet, we'll start with a double. So yarn over, go in the very same stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and then you're going to work single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Then continue the pattern by working a double crochet on the previous row single crochet stitch and a single crochet on previous row double crochet all the way until you have 2 stitches remaining at the end of the round. At the end of round 8, you're going to work single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook in the next stitch, then go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through the 3 loops, then pick your previous color or pick the next color. Chain 1, and then since this next row is a normal row, you're going to start with a double crochet. We're going to start with a single crochet. Remember, the next stitch is a single, so the first stitch is going to be a single crochet, then double in the next stitch, single in the next, double in the next. So alternate between a single crochet and a double crochet all the way until you finish your round, and then we'll join it and start on round 10. At the end of round 9, you're going to pick the next color. So insert your hook in the very first stitch, and then grab your next color and pull through, and chain 2, turn your work, and for round 10 we're going to work a normal row or a normal round without increases. So yarn over, start with a double crochet stitch, then single crochet in the next stitch, double in the next, single in the next. So you're going to repeat that all the way, and you're going to end your round with a single crochet stitch, join it to the first stitch with a slip stitch, and pick the next color. Then for round 11, you're going to repeat round 9 pattern, Then round 12 we're going to work a decrease, so finish your round 10, then round 11, then I'll meet you in round 12. So I went ahead and finished my 11 rounds in total, and round 12 you're going to repeat the round 4 pattern. So you're going to decrease by starting with a single crochet on the very first stitch, then double crochet 2 together. Then after round 12 we're going to work 13, 14, 15 normal rounds. Round 16 we're going to repeat round 8, and then 17, 18, 19, round 20 we are repeating again round 4, and then round 24 we are repeating round 8. So I'll meet you when you're through with the round 24 decrease, and we'll start from round 25, because from round 25 we're going to do decreases after longer rounds, not as this first part we were decreasing after every 3 rounds. So continue with that, and then we'll work after round 24. But if you need a more clear guidance, I've explained this in the written pattern, which will be available on the blog. After round 24 we'll now decrease on every 6th round. So you're going to work, our previous round first stitch was a double crochet, so you're going to start with single crochet on round 25, then double crochet the next stitch, single crochet the next stitch, double, and alternate between a double and a single until the end of the round. At the end of the round, join it with a slip stitch and pick the next color. Then chain 1 and turn your work. And in this round, we're going to start with a double crochet, then single crochet the next stitch, and alternate between a double crochet in the next stitch and a single crochet in the next stitch, ending the round with a single crochet. So continue, and then I'll meet you at the end of the round. When you reach the end of the round, you're going to join it with a slip stitch and pick the next color. Then chain 1, and then on this round you're going to repeat the round with the white color. So you're going to alternate by repeating our pattern, working a single crochet on every double crochet stitch of the previous row and a double crochet on the previous row single crochet stitch until you reach round 30. And for round 30 we're going to repeat the round 4 pattern decrease. Then you continue with the pattern, repeat without any decreases until you reach round 36. Round 36 you're going to repeat the round 8 pattern. So I'll leave the details here on the screen so that you can see where you're going to place our decreases, and then for all other rows or rounds you're going to repeat the pattern, working a double crochet on the previous round single crochet stitch and a single crochet in the previous round double crochet stitch. So if you still can't get it clearly, go and check the written pattern for a more clear guide. So you're going to repeat that, working decreases on round 30, round 36, round 42, round 48, round 54 and round 60. Then I'll meet you at the end of round 60, now when you're finishing off the sleeves towards the cuff area. I went ahead and finished 60 rounds, and the 60th round will be our last decrease round. So from round 61 all the way until we finish our sleeve, we won't make any decreases. And at this point you can fit your sweater and see where your sleeve is reaching. If it's shorter you can add more length, if it's longer, or if it fits well you can stop at the next 2 rounds. So for round 61, our first stitch on round 60 was a single crochet, was a double crochet. So this round 61 you're going to start with a single crochet. So chain 1, then single crochet in the very same stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch, single crochet the next stitch, double the next stitch. So repeat this all the way until the end of the round. At the end of the round, you're going to insert your hook in the first stitch and pick the next color. Then chain 1 and turn. And for round 62, you're going to start with a double crochet. So add another chain, then go in the very same stitch and work a double crochet. Then single crochet in the next stitch, double in the next, and repeat that all the way to the end of the round. When you're done with round 62, we're going to repeat round 61 for round 63, and then round 64 we'll repeat round 62, round 65 we'll repeat this round 61, and then we'll finish off after round 65. So I'll meet you at the end of round 65. We're now finishing off with the sleeve. After round 65, we're going to slip stitch with the same color because this is our last round. Then chain 1 and work the edge stitch. So go back in the previous stitch, insert your hook, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to work the reverse single crochet stitch all the way until you reach the very first stitch. After working the reverse single crochet all the way to the very last stitch, you're going to cut your yarn, then pull it through. At this point you can also cut this other yarn. So you'll take your darning needle and weave in all these ends inside your work, and if you have any other loose end you can go ahead and weave it in. So that's all for this tutorial. Your sweater is complete and you can now wear it. This is the back side because it has the seam where we're joining in the rounds, and then it's also a reversible sweater. You can wear it from both ends. So in this, the inside, the white is dominant, while the right side it's the green that is dominant. And then we have our double collar, our sleeve edging. I really love this reversible single crochet, and we used it also for the bottom edge. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the tutorial, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more tutorials. And until next time, stay safe, God bless you, and bye.